Hey family, it's Jay, Mr. Real Estate Morrison, CEO and founder of Jay Morrison Academy. And today we're going to be covering 7 credit card sins. And I am not, I'm pretty good at understanding credit. I would call myself nearly an expert, but one of my proteges, who's actually a super credit expert, he does it all day, every day. I don't do credit all day, every day. I just know a lot about it. But I'm taking his place for a second and preparing you guys for the Credit Mastery course in the Jay Morrison Academy, where your mentor, Will Roundtree, will be giving you lessons on everything about credit. Personal credit, business credit, rebuilding credit, restoring credit, repairing credit, all that kind of stuff. Will's going to show you, but I'm going to just kind of sneak in there and give you some lessons and some tips on my own, right? So those of you who aren't familiar with the Jay Morrison Academy, we're the #1 really online wealth building institute, and we've just launched. We have had 2 years as pretty much a real estate school, right? A real estate investing school. But from that 2 years, it's always been my vision to have a wealth building institute. And now we have a credit mastery course, a residential real estate investing course, commercial real estate investing course, a business startup course, business mastery course, and a stocks and finance course. So you can find all of those at jmorrisonacademy.com, and your free wealth DNA kit. You guys need to just go look it up, right? It's really good. It's really cool. So anyway, when you guys are applying for credit cards or you have credit cards, there's many of us that fall into one, if not many or all, of these 7 deadly credit card sins. And #1 being gluttony, right? Gluttony is like when you eat too much. Well, it's kind of the same thing with credit, where you're taking on too many cards. You just got too many cards, too much open credit, or you are bumping up to your max limit. And you guys know what my credit card rule is. Our credit card rule is divide by 3. You take your maximum limit, you divide that by 3, and you make that your new maximum. That will keep you at a good debt to income or debt to max card ratio. Okay? So don't be gluttonous. Don't relax. You don't have to go get every card there is, and you don't have to max out your cards. Don't be glutton. The next one is pride. Pride is one of the biggest, and I want to say this, pride, I'm going to remix this and say fear, all in one. Being prideful of either feeling like your credit is all good so you don't got to check it, or being fearful thinking your credit is all bad so you don't want to check it. Those two are probably the most popular credit card sins or credit sins that are out there, because too many of us don't want to really, we're so prideful that we don't really want to review our accounts, or we think we got it like that, or we got it paid and made, and that we just A1. And you'll find discrepancies on your accounts if you actually go look. So don't think that just because you've been paying everything on time and that you're pristine and you make 80 grand a year and your parents taught you right, that you're just too good to actually check your accounts. Like, you gotta check your accounts and make sure that they're accurate, right? So you don't want to have pride and wind up with someone swiping your card and you find out like months later. Lust. Too many of us see all the things that we want, and therefore we just go swiping away because we are lustful and just can't help ourselves and don't have any discipline or self-control. And that is a credit card sin. You need to use your credit cards within moderation and within your means. You know what your income is, you know what you can afford. Don't live beyond your means. Remember, our wealth discipline, code word frugal. So same thing goes with credit cards. Doesn't mean that you gotta be extra because you have the available credit, so now you must do it. And then there's greed. Greed, similar to lust, is that you want it all, right? So you want the best cards that are out there. You want to try to go find credit cards. You got to have a black card. You got to have a this card. Or Amex knew this. Or there's these new what do they call those, new incentives and bonuses. So you got to have the new incentives and bonus. So you're always chasing the next deal, next incentive, next cash back, next whatever, and you're just being greedy. You don't need that. Have a strategy for your credit cards and use that strategy wisely. And then our 5th credit card sin is envy. you see the cards that a colleague has or your friends have, or the kind of credit line or credit limit that they have, and so therefore you go and go chase their cards. Or, I want to back into greed a little bit, you guys find out that you can get a cash advance on your card, and so now you want to go swiping and getting cash advances at these phenomenal interest rates they charge for cash advances because you're being greedy. Or you're envying others, and now you're going to chase limits and cards. Stick to your game plan. Stop worrying about what somebody else is doing. Their life is their life, your life is your life. Like, don't get caught up in that when it comes to credit cards. This is all borrowed debt at pretty much high interest. Like, be smart about it. And then there's wrath, right? So wrath is when you go crazy because you're pissed off at a lender, or you're mad at your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or you're mad at yourself because you overspent and you didn't divide by 3, or you went chasing a cash advance, or any of these other sins. So now you go cut your cards up, and you will cancel all your credit. I don't want credit anymore because I screwed it all up. That's stupid. You need those open trade lines to build your credit and build your credit profile. The definition of credit is the ability to make payments over time. So if you throw away all your credit cards, you now have limited and stopped your proof of your ability to make payments over time. So you want to have the credit cards, you just want to use them wisely. So don't go getting pissed off because of some mistakes that either you made or someone else made, or you're non-disciplined, and go getting rid of all your credit cards out of wrath. Stupid. No. And then last is sloth. Is you being lazy and not staying on top of your business. You got to be on top of all your cards, all your accounts, making sure your information is accurate, and just don't be lazy about it. Like, this is your profile. If you don't fall into any of these sins and you utilize credit the right way, credit cards, credit loans, secured loans, unsecured loans, if you use debt the right way, you can build phenomenal credit and then be able to leverage that credit later on to do cool things like purchase real estate, buy an apartment building, start a business, get a business loan, an SBA loan. But if you fall into the sins and don't utilize your credit cards properly, you're going to end up going backwards, and it's going to kill your plans later on, especially for you millennials, or us millennials. I just made the cut. I'm a millennial as well. For us millennials, we have to be more wise early on, high school, college, about how we use our credit and our credit cards so it doesn't bite us in the butt later. All right, so I'm Jay Morrison. This is 7 credit card sins. Just a little bit of game for you, a little precursor to the Credit Mastery course in Jay Morrison Academy. Hope to see you guys there. And make sure you get your free Wealth DNA kit at jaymorrisonacademy.com. Like this video, share this video, subscribe, and comment below. I'll talk to you guys later.